Hello and good morning, all. I am assuming everybody is still in morning. If you have people joining from Australia and the region, very good afternoon. And I hope there is nobody not sleeping and joining us from Americas. So we will start the session probably at 11 or somewhere between 11:03 to 11:05 so that everybody gets an opportunity to join. So, yep, I'll be back in a couple of minutes and we'll get started.
Hello.
Hello, Mahin. Hi. Good morning. Can
Yeah.
you hear me well?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome, Mahin. So, hi, Mahin. Good morning. I just had gave an update to the attendees. Uh, People might need couple of minutes to join with their work and
Mm-hmm.
everything. So we'll wait for almost up till 11:03 or 11:05, and then we'll join at 11. We'll start at 11:05 or something. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, amazing. We have people joining. We have close to 24 people. Good morning, Mayur. We have some Atlassian champions also joining. Obviously, we have the Atlassian folks here running this show today. Thank you so much, Mahinder, for joining. And meanwhile, we wait for some more couple of minutes, let's say to 11:04 for others to join. Let's do a quick activity in the chat. If people can go and type in what do they do and where are they joining from. So, for example, I am Rishabh. I'm a product guy and I'm joining from Indore. So, if people can drop in their, obviously we don't know the name, we know the names, but yeah, drop in their location and what their role is. So we'll know each other a little bit more. Okay, and I'll quickly go to the chat tab to see where people are joining. So we have people joining from almost okay. I have some DMs. I'll read the DMs. So we have people from Indore. Okay, perfect. So Sandeep joining as a project manager from Pune. Good morning, Sandeep. Thank you so much for joining. And then we have Amit from Okay, sorry, my chat is just getting loaded again and again with all these responses. But we have Amit, a senior project manager from Ahmedabad. Morning. We have Sakshi. Sakshi, I remember you. Thank you so much again for your continuous presence. Project coordinator Indore. We have Ashish from Ahmedabad, and then we have people from Bangalore. Yashwant, I do remember you. I hope you are already on your Atlassian certification journey. Good morning, Yashwant. We have Rapti Mohan from Hyderabad. We have Varanasi, amazing. And then we have people from Bangalore, software developer from Ahmedabad. And then obviously Mahend, you're here from Indore. And Pratik, Pune, Ahmedabad, Pune, Hyderabad, Indore. Good morning, Neha. I figured that you were able to join, so thank you so much for joining. And then we have Ahmedabad, Hyderabad. Oh my God. Good morning, Mayur. Obviously, you don't have to tell me where you're from, and we know who you are. But we have a lot of people joining from different places: Hyderabad, Pune, Indore, Bangalore, Varanasi. Okay, this is amazing. This is amazing. We have already crossed 36 attendees who have joined us, and more would be joining. But we can get started now. So, Mahendra, if you can just give me a thumbs up, if you can hear me loud and clear, if there is no audio
Yeah, yeah,
issue.
I can hear you.
Awesome, awesome. So good morning all and good evening if people are already joining somewhere. Some we have some Australia from Sydney's in the house. So good morning all. Today we are back with another community power hour where we try to understand what is the best ways to use Atlassian or not just Atlassian but technology, and we figured that this is a series that we started recently in December. This is the second one that we are doing today. Today we'll be talking about how do we boost our productivity with Atlassian AI. So we have been using Jira, Confluence, JSM, Bitbucket, and whatnot. I mean, the Atlassian suite is bigger, but and obviously we are using AI. But are we using AI to the fullest? Or obviously there is always much more to do, but are we doing the things that can make our life easier? So obviously, I understand people are already using AI in different capacity. But to talk about this, we have Mahendra Chauhan with us. Mahendra is he belongs to the parent organization. He comes from Atlassian. He's a senior developer at Atlassian. He is behind the team who develops Jira and the amazing product like JSM. So today Mahendra will talk about how does an Atlassian, a person working in Atlassian, uses AI. Now, we'll not go very specific into agents and coding today. Today, it would be a more of a starter session when Mahendra will talk about how does Mahendra use AI in day-to-day life. It could be Jira, it could be Confluence, it could be GSM, Bitbucket, or in general, a combination of any of the Atlassian suits, so that we understand what are the best ways that people can use. Honestly, we use it. Even I personally use it, but whenever I attend or talk to some of these people, we figure that okay, this is also a use case that I'm not using. As simple as I was talking to Mahin this morning, as simple as summarizing the changes in Confluence, which is something that not everybody does, but it's so powerful, and you can get a summary in 30 seconds rather than reading a lot of other things. So it's very powerful to use AI. So now I'll turn to you, Mahendra. Whenever you are ready, you can put up your screen. It's your all show. So go ahead. And before Mahendra takes over, I'll just give you a quick update about how we'll be doing. So for the next 40 minutes, Mahendra will be talking about all the experience that he has and what exactly he does. Feel free to drop the questions in the Q&A. I'll try to pause Mahendra in between and we'll try to see if we can fit in some questions. Obviously, questions can be taken up at the last. And then towards the last 10 minutes, we will do some fun activities. We have some gift vouchers to give away. So we'll do that part. So Mahendra, ready?
Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Rishabh, for this.
Okay, awesome.
And yeah, good morning and good evening to everyone who is joining. Thank you all for joining the session. So, as yeah, Rishabh summarized, the intention is to cover what are the tools and technologies available within Atlassian product space, and how, especially on the AI side, what are we working on, for example, and what are the some of the use cases that, for example, I personally use. I will try to cover those. Uh, and yeah, so let's just dive into it. Let me just Let me give you 1 second. I have a share screen. Okay. Uh, mm, yeah. So we have some presentation for you guys, but I will also try to cover demos. It will not be a very boring. I will try to make it interesting with the demonstrations also. So yeah, this is the overall intention, right? How can we supercharge our teamwork with Atlassian AI? Yeah. So on a high level, this is our agenda for today. Uh, why AI? Why now? Why do we want to use AI? I guess everyone will agree that everyone in their own personal capacity, they are using it. But I will just try to share my opinion on it. Why do I use it? Second, I will try to give a brief about Rovo, which is Atlassian's, I would say, product or solution for AI. Then we will try to see what are the different use cases for Rovo. And it is not just Rovo. Again, I will try to clarify that also that we have many people who are using Atlassian will know that we also have something known as Atlassian Intelligence. What is the difference between both and things like that. And we will try to see what how exactly we can use it across different products, primarily Confluence, Jira, JSM. And I will also, if there are some developers here, I will also try to just show a quick demonstration on the dev side also in the end. And then yeah, we will open it up to the Q&A after that. So okay, first of all, yeah, I hope I am audible to everyone, right? Okay, okay, cool, thank you. So why AI? If I have to present my opinion on it, so our work is getting more and more distributed. It is very tool heavy right now, right? Everyone here, I presume, will be using at least half a dozen different tools, right, for managing their work. Uh, and I would say, in generally speaking, the entire software industry, or not just software industry, everyone, I would say, we are getting more and more digital. So a lot of information is coming through a lot of different digital channels, and I would say, generally speaking, there is a lot of information in the world, right? And every day, especially during your work, you get bombarded with a lot of information from different places. And I strongly believe that AI is one of the greatest tool, to filter out that information into like what is actually important, what is not. So it can help us reduce the noise and focus on the actual input that we want to focus on. So that is my view of how or why people in the current day and age should be using AI, right? And yeah, so this is just continuation to that. So a lot of teams, what we have observed in Atlassian also, because Atlassian build tools for teams, right, to empower teams to do the work, whatever, and make ensure that they can function to their full capacity, right? So what we want to focus as Atlassian is that people should be doing more meaningful work, right, rather than spending hours searching through different tools, searching for the right information, and doing manual updates to, let's say, your Jira tickets, comments, or anything of that sort. Instead of that, they should be focusing more on the meaningful work, so that this mundane task can be, let's say, can be done by some other agent or AI or whatever you want to call it, right? So this is where this solution by Atlassian Rovo lands into, right? That this is a product. Basically, you can consider it Rovo is a product offering by Atlassian, which allows you to basically find information easily, learn from it, as well as act on that information as well. So these are the three, I would say, pillars of what we will be covering in the demos also, mostly, that find information, learn, and then act on it as well. So yeah, this is what in a nutshell Rovo is. Uh, Coming to the next part, how do we do the three pillars? Uh, so find could be so for finding information, Rovo actually provides you with natural language search, right? You can search using this tool Rovo. It can connect to and for searching, it can actually connect to multiple different systems. It could be Slack, Jira, obviously all the Atlassian products for sure. Other than that, MS Teams, Jira, Slack, or even your emails, right? So all of this information, Google Drive. So all the workplace apps that you might be using in your day-to-day work. So Rovo can integrate with most of them. We are also in process of building more integrations so that it is more seamless. But all the standard tools it already it can connect to them and it can try to find information there. Second, learning. For learning, it actually provides a chat-based interface where you can ask question to it, get an answer, and try to learn or go deeper into a particular topic. And act from act perspective also, so it as I said, we are building more lot of integrations for Rovo, right? So the intention is what it is capable of right now is it can act, let's say by acting I mean it can go and update your pull request, for example. It can go and update your Jira ticket, it can add a comment onto a ticket, or it can also produce the documents for you in Confluence, for example, right? So these are some of the high level use cases. Other than that, we are also, as I said, building a lot of 3P integration. So it eventually will be also able to integrate with all the other 3P third party integrations. It could be anything in your Google Workspace, for example, or any other tools and technologies that you are using. Uh, I mean, what is the problem that Rovo or Atlassian AI is in generally trying to solve for is, so our work is distributed, it is tool heavy, and there is a lot of information every day that we are bombarded with, right? So how do we, do the efficient context switching, and how do we focus more on meaningful work, right? And that is where this solution comes into place, and it basically stands on three pillars, which is search, understand, and act, right? Uh, so searching means you are looking for the information, understanding is to internalize that information, and acting is obviously you take some decision on using that. So yeah, I hope things are making sense still here. So now I will just quickly cover what is the difference between Atlassian intelligence and Rovo, right? So you might have heard this word, Atlassian intelligence. And yeah, but actually this right now also lot of people use it interchangeably, right? But there is a subtle difference. Atlassian intelligence is actually a platform on which Rovo is built. You can kind of try to visualize it like that, right? So initially, when this just to give you a history, when this wave of AI started, right? So Atlassian actually started with integrating this AI individually into different products, which could be Confluence, Jira, Bitbucket, right? But then the focus kind of shifted towards building a agent like Rovo, or a AI agent like Rovo, which which is a like a product offering which integrates with all the different tools, as well as it can integrate with all the other 3P tools, and it can search, understand, and act. So Rovo is also, you can assume it is built on the same Atlassian intelligence, but it is a product offering versus the Atlassian intelligence, which is kind of more feature specific, right? So a lot of places you will see that we have Atlassian intelligence integrated and Rovo as well. But again, this might be my own biased opinion. If moving forward, you might see that more, you will might hear the word Rovo more and more often, because overall company wide or from the marketing point of view also, we are kind of rather than focusing on 10 different AI solution within Atlassian, the intention is to focus on one. So yeah, this is how on a high level you can visualize it. Rovo or any other Atlassian product sits on top, and it is built using Atlassian intelligence. So I hope that clarifies it. Yeah. So again, just one more slide on that. So Atlassian intelligence is more like a platform. It is embedded inside products, right? And it is available in premium and enterprise, versus Rovo is a standalone product, right? And it integrates with a lot more, it integrates more broadly with different tools, and it is, as I said, search at agents is the foundation of it, and it provides a cross product interface. Okay, so now moving to, I will just also may very quickly maybe highlight the difference. Maybe okay, I will take my so I think I shared my entire screen, right? So this tab should be visible for you guys, right?
Yes, Mayan, we can see your
Yeah,
Jira
yeah.
instance. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, okay. So just as I said, I just wanted to highlight the subtle difference. So if you notice here, right, this is actually a Atlassian intelligence feature, right? You can distinguish it by the icon here. So wherever you see this, that is more of a Atlassian intelligence feature right now. But as I said, moving forward, you might see a Rovo here. Yeah, that is how things work. And if I have to talk about Rovo, so Rovo is, let me open my JSM Unicron. Uh, yeah, let me open this, right? So yeah, if you notice here, ask Rovo. So I just landed onto my Jira site. You will see the ask Rovo like this. You can click on it, right? This is how the interface looks like. You can ask it questions. It will try to answer. And yeah, uh, uh, I just entered one query, but unfortunately, it will not be able to answer it because this is my test in it. So there is not lot of information here. We will go into that as well eventually. Yeah, but this is how you can access it on Confluence. Also, let's say if you go to Confluence, again you will see in the bottom right, you will see that okay, it is asking me this probably because I am opening this for the first time. Oops, spaces. Mm, yeah, so as you can see here, this is the row, and it has a bunch of features. So I hope, yeah, so this is how you can access it. I hope that clarifies the confusion. Now we will just quickly go to the demo part, right? So as I was saying, how can you use? Maybe I will start with the Confluence only. All right. So let me open one Confluence doc first. Give me a second. MIT. Let me come up with this only. So again, I'm just trying to cover on a high level based on my own workspace, right? But I assume you will be able to understand how can you apply it to your work area as well. So this is something which I am like recently working on. This is the more of a technical side. Maybe engineers will understand. I am trying to basically fix our service reliability failures. But the feature which I wanted to show you was first of all, you can go to Ask Rovo, right? Let's say I have a document basically in Confluence, right? And I don't have time to go through all of it. This is, I would say, one of the classical use cases of using AI. So I can simply ask Rovo to summarize changes for me, right? It will go through the document. It will try to summarize, right? You can see it is going through the document and it is trying to summarize what are the next steps, what is the document about, etc., etc., blah blah blah. I think you might have seen this, but what is more interesting, I would say, for me is this feature actually. uh, so with Rovo you actually also get an audio briefing as well. So for example, okay, it started. Okay, are you guys able to hear to it? Hello.
Yeah, do you want to try it once again?
Okay.
I don't think so. We hear your audio.
Okay, probably we are not able to stream audio through the stop sharing
Did it
resistance.
give
Okay,
you an
I don't know.
option while starting the screen share? Did you see some option of sharing audio?
I don't remember. Let me just quickly try it again.
Yeah, and I understand it happens sometimes with the MacBook.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, also share tab audio. Okay,
Yeah,
I
yeah, that would
think.
be the thing.
Hmm. So I think I need to select the tab then. Okay, let me. Okay, just let me know. Are you able to hear it now? Is it audible to you? Okay. So yeah, this was the intention. I don't want to go through the entire briefing for you guys, but this is one of the another feature which I use very frequently, right? So I simply start the listening and I can keep focusing on any other work that I'm doing, right? So it's like a mini podcast that you can run within Confluence, right? So yeah, it has a briefing as well as if I want to listen to the whole thing, right? You can go to the full page. It will try to read out the entire page for you. So this is another use case, right? Uh, Other than that, show comments. Okay, let me go back to the Rovo part again. Other than that, as I said, it also connects with your uh, different tools and technology stack, right? So I can also ask Rovo things like, uh, can you summarize my team's work for last week? I was on leave, right? So it can actually try to search through, okay, the different, it will actually try to search through all the integrations which I was initially talking about, which could include Slack, Confluence, Jira, and any other things, right? And it will try to answer it based on that. So you can see that right now it is thinking. Hmm. Hopefully it should answer me soon.
Probably you have so much on your thing that it will take some time, but it's okay. It's okay. Let it take.
Okay, there is another way to access it. Let me just quickly try that out as well. I can go. So sometimes, so this okay, I think I will have to share another time, but yeah, I will just give it a minute. So that is why I had Rishabh, actually also had one demo for the same thing. If we can, I can simply try to play the loop video for it if it
Yeah,
works.
yeah, yes, that works. That works. Just ensure
Okay.
that you are putting that audio thing, and we are good. And it is actually
Uh,
responding back as well.
okay, okay. Give me 1 second.
So your row just responded with you have local powered routing and things. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So it has responded, which is good for us. You can zoom it also. Switch to. There is a button here. Okay, let me. I think this is visible here, right? So I will just cover this part here. So here is a concise summary of what your team have been working on recently, right? So it is kind of trying to summarize what my team has primarily been working on in last 1 week, right? Uh, and I can actually go through this summary and try to just quickly understand what has been going on. So this again covers the other part, right, which I said. So since we are working in a distributed environment, especially Atlassian, it is remote first company. So I'm working, for example, in a global team. Half of my team is actually in Sydney, right? And time zone differences and people working on different things, right? So it can actually go through that and go through that information and ensure that I can focus on the main signals rather than the noise part, right? So this is another I would say very interesting use case when you have a tool which is connected across different products, right? Something which let's say a single unit of like a single tool which is or single product might not be able to offer you this kind of capability, but it can try to do that. Similarly, although because the nature of query was towards, hey, I want to understand the project updates, but I can do the similar things for example, our company Atlassian uses Slack for a lot of work, right? Asynchronous work. So it can also search through that and try to come up with insights for me to act upon. Right? So these were couple of use cases which I wanted to cover. If you notice, it has also covered the tickets, right? Which tickets, who is working on that, and stuff like that. So now I will quickly jump over to another one more use case, which is again in the Confluence space only. Okay, so I can in fact show it to you guys on the same uh, place as well. So let me just quickly close it. So another interesting use cases you can also ask for example there is lot of local or company or specific knowledge you might have in your company or unit, right? Team basically. So you can also define uh, uh, words, and it so for example MIT might not be let's say someone coming new into the system, they will not know what MIT means, right? So it has one more interesting feature, if you notice, define, right? So what define does it? It looks at the word, it will look at the content across all of my Confluence pages, and it will try to uh, summarize what exactly that word means, right? So now this is very, very specific. It could be something very specific to the team, as I said, or the company, right? But now if you notice, it is giving the summary of what MIT means, right? So you can in fact also define this vocabulary yourself if you want, and ask Rovo to read from there, or it can try to, in this case, it has actually tried to figure it out on its own, what exactly MIT stands for in this document, right? And it has also listed me the sources from where it received this information. Yeah. So again, very useful feature, especially for someone who is starting new into your team. It can help them understand the buzzwords or code words that the community specific knowledge, right? It can try to decode that for the new folks who have joined. Yeah. So these are the few Confluence specific. Let me just quickly cover one more case. For that, I will just I think people will be aware about the whiteboard, right? I assume.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
sorry, mind. Sorry to interrupt. Somebody just
okay,
dropped
okay.
a whiteboard with a question. I'll not call out the name who is asking, but if you can just quickly 30-second talks about what is whiteboard in Confluence.
Okay, okay. So Confluence is not just for doc. I think not just I think. Sorry. Confluence has a lot of other features. For example, let me quickly go to the add create part again, right? So you will see all the options that we have available here. You can create a live doc. You can create a pages. This is the most popular or known use cases. But other than that, we have a few other use cases like whiteboard, database, smart links as well, and Loom video. So this I will try to not cover. I will just focus on this whiteboard. So whiteboard basically means that it is a tool where you can essentially create a whiteboard and collaborate with your team also, or you can use the whiteboard for your own purpose, right? For example, here I am creating a whiteboard. It could be for a brainstorming session that you are having with your team, right? So I can create a brain writing. I can use this template, or it can be a retro kind of a whiteboard where let's say your team is retrospecting on what good went well or what did not went well in your previous sprint or previous whatever quarterly goals. Based on that, you want to do a retrospection, anything of that sort. But the main difference between a document and this is more, as the name suggests, it's more like a whiteboard that you and your team can collaborate upon. So you can simply go create a whiteboard, share the link with your team, right? And once you do that, you will actually see all the people who have actually using the whiteboard in real time. So you will see their cursors here. You can try to ideate, right? You can add your ideas. So I started a brainstorming whiteboard just now, right? So for example, uh, let me just use let's say I'm trying to do a brainstorming on what is the let me add the topic also here. Okay. It is somehow, you let me use my mouse. Okay. So these are the templates. It is not necessary you need to use the templates, but I find them useful. So for example, I can when this is something that we also in Atlassian very frequently use, right? So whenever we are doing a retro, we will come up with a title here or any other discussion. So for example, for our meeting right now, the discussion could be how to use AI effectively in your daily work, right? So usually what happens, we some one person decides the topic, then other person jump in and pitch in the ideas here, right? It could be we can use AI with, let's say, you can use AI because I'm an engineer, so I will start with we can use AI with for coding, let's say, right? This could be one idea. Another could be we can use AI to build presentations quickly, right? This could be another one. Or for a product guy, this could be something which is useful, let's say, right? A product person might come up with this. Another one. Okay, just I will just open the forum to you since we are doing the demo anyways. Just give me some ideas. I will quickly type them out.
Guys, the chat is open. You can just go in and give your ideas, what you would like Mahendra to put it in.
So consider it as a one brainstorming session that we are having. Okay. So the topic is how do we use AI more effectively? What are your ideas and thoughts? Just type it. I will just paste some of them, and we will go further into this
So we have a response says custom JQL queries.
through prompts. Okay, let me copy paste that. Any other idea? Come on, guys. You should have more ideas.
Review and optimize code. I can keep on reading for you.
Okay.
Backlog grooming, automation rules via AI, review and optimize code,
Hmm.
ask for or take updates
Automation.
in Jira, work summarization. You just
Yeah,
used
yeah. Work,
a good example there.
generate works. And I think this many should be
Yeah,
good.
this is good. This is good.
Word summary. All right. Let me remove all the others. Yeah. So what we are doing is basically trying to cover all the ideas, right? At least some of them. Okay. So these are, for example, this could be some of the ideas that the team came up with. Now I can go here, right? And let me try to zoom out a little bit more. I will simply select this. Then you will see there is a Ask Rover button, right? I will simply ask me, can you help me generate more ideas? Let's see what it comes up with. I think I already tried it, but yeah. Since you asked for more ideas, okay. I was expecting it to. Let me just try it one more time. It actually generates ideas on its own by looking at the whiteboard. Unfortunately, it did not do it right now. uh, Whiteboard. Uh, Let me start a new chat. Let's just use this prompt. Start exploration on this whiteboard about. So, yes, can you add ideas in on the whiteboard? Hmm. So if it doesn't work in 2 minutes, I actually had a video demo for the same feature. I will maybe quickly cover that. Rovo is thinking. Yeah. So if you notice, yeah. So based on our context, right? It is trying to generate more idea for us in real time, and it has actually generated it. So it is filling up our whiteboard with more ideas based on the categories of our ideas. So it has categorized those ideas, right? And based on that, it has also came up with more ideas within those categories. Yep. So it has clubbed them together as well. If you notice. Okay. Let's just see what it has generated. So first thing, if you notice, it has clubbed the ideas together, right? So it has moved them into their buckets, and unfortunately, I'm hoping that it should be on the front of the screen. AI. So if you notice, yeah. So We have three different categories based on the initial ideas. One is related to Jira and JSM. Other is productivity specific. Other is engineering and code, right? And if you notice, you can see it has covered more ideas. So it can again. So when we are brainstorming, see a lot of times there will be some ideas which are proposed, and there could be gaps in the ideas that we came up with, right? So we can use a generative AI or feature like this to come up with a more broader spectrum of ideas, then to discuss more upon. Then rather than focusing on silos, let's say I am an engineer, for example, right? So naturally I will be focusing more on the engineering side, but it can also help me cover the product side, for example. It can help me think a bit more. Hey, these are the ideas also that you can consider. So I hope this presentation or this demo was helpful for you guys. Okay, maybe there are some comments. So Rishabh, what should we do? I think
Yeah.
so. We only covered Confluence part, but we had multiple demos. So just wanted to hear your thoughts on how do we move forward.
Yeah. If you would like to take 5 more minutes to talk about anything that could be good and helpful, I have so many responses on the chat. Let's see how much
Okay, that's great.
we can do that. But
Oh, we have
let's do
63. Oh, we
giving
have a
five
lot
minutes.
of people
Yeah.
joining.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I interrupted you. Can you
No,
go
no,
again?
that's fine. Just go ahead and take 5 more minutes if you can, if you would like to talk about something really cool, like all of the things that you had been talking about, and that could help people out here.
Okay, so for Confluence, this was the, I would say, coolest feature which I wanted to showcase. Uh,
Anything on Jira, JSM, Bitbucket,
yes.
anything, any of those.
We do have that. So, what you are suggesting, that question and answer, we will take up it at the end, right? Cool, I can do that. So, okay, I hope we have covered the Confluence part. Now, let me. I also wanted to do it for engineers. Maybe we will probably not have time this time. Maybe next time we will try to cover it. I will jump to the Jira use case part. All right. So again, give me a second. I will go to my ticket. Yeah. So it is again related to that only. Let me stop sharing this one. I will again share my screen, and I will go to, what is this, file fighters? Okay, this one. Cool. So now let's quickly cover the Jira use case for you guys. So this is again related to the initial work which I just showed you, right? Which was around MIT reliability improvements. You don't need to understand the details right now. Uh, now, uh, so we in our so I have a very basic description here of what I want to achieve, and there are few tasks which I have listed down below. Come on, where is below? Hmm, child work items. Right. So this is my epic, right? The people using Jira will definitely know. I have some work items also which I'm currently working on, right? And I have added some documentation. This is the same documentation that I showed you initially. Now, another very interesting thing that you can do with the AI is I can try to improve my content. Why I'm doing this, I will also explain it in the next step, right? So I can try to use this improve epic feature to improve my description, for example. Very basic one, right? So Rovo will go there, it will read through the document, uh, it will basically add the description for me. Hey, what I am trying to do, aim is to improve the reliability, what is the context, what is in scope, etc. etc. It went through the document, it tried to came up with this, right? So once this is done, right, what I can do, which is for me, which is more interesting or more useful, is another part, right? So I can ask it to suggest child work items. All right. So it will look at to look at the child work items, the prerequisite is you should have a good title and you should have a good description for the task or for the epic that you are trying to achieve, along with the documentation. Only then it will have the necessary context to generate the right content, right? So now if you notice, I had 3 or 4 different tasks, but it went into, let me also it went into the document, and it actually also figure out, hey, you need to do this and this. So this is the task, not just by description, but actually if I quickly can show. Okay, since I share this tab, okay, I can share this tab also. So I will just go here because I have added some next steps here, if you notice, right? So I did some investigation. There are some next steps. Now I will just go back to the previous screen. Yeah. So if you notice, it has kind of on a high level, it has come up with some of the tasks that, hey, review and address findings from hidden analysis, right? So it looked at the document as well, and it tried to came up with this. And in fact, this is not the only way. You can actually go into the Confluence doc as well, and you can ask it to suggest work items. So it can look at the doc and try to suggest item. Rovo can actually go into the doc and try to suggest item from there as well. And you can go into the document, ask it to suggest item and add them to your epic also, for example, right? So these are also, I would say, cross-platform, cross-product integrations that Rovo already supports, which actually can help you boost productivity. So again, it is tying it back to the initial discussion which I started with, rather than you focusing on all this management, right? Updating the task, updating the comments. Rather than that, you can actually focus on the task that you want to do. So doing more meaningful work in that way, right? So this is what I wanted to cover. I have also a GSM use case also. Do we have time? I will ask Rishabh first.
I believe we'll have to take it the next time because GSM has a different fan base. I'm personally very big fan of GSM. So I would like you to
Okay,
not
okay,
just take
okay.
5 minutes to talk about GSM, but rather take you for an hour round trip for a JSM. But I'll be very honest. These are something. I mean, obviously people are using uh, AI, right? Now, if you have to go
Mhm.
back to Chat GPT to summarize a document, rather you just summarize a document here, that is a game changer and that does a lot of things for you. So as a product guy, the more you have to switch between context and system and screens and URL, the easier your user experience would be, and that's the exact thing what Jira or broader. So Jira is a commonly term used here, but broaderly Atlassian is trying to do, and this is working as wonders. And no matter what, and this is pretty much available for everyone now. So I mean, it's not that
Yes, yes, yes.
for some specific enterprises or with some specific licenses. The base starters, everybody has it. So
Yeah, so Rovo is for all, but yeah, there will be some cases which, let's say, which will be only both for premium and enterprise.
yes,
Unfortunately, I'm not the right person right now. If people are interested, I can try to figure that out. There are few things which are right now, since it is internal, so which
yes.
might be right now going into GA, for example. But whatever I have shown, most I would say 90% should be available, 80 to 90%.
Yeah, yes, I can confirm that. Most of the things are
Mm-hmm.
for everyone, and we have a lot of. I mean, just by names, and I know a lot of people. I know that there are a lot of people from enterprise customer base. The bigger ones. So
Mm-hmm.
most of the people are already having these features. Some of the people are already using it. But I mean, a good refresher or good learning is always cool. So thank you so much, Mahin, for sharing all this information. And it's not what people are using this information that you just shared in the last 40 minutes. It's how you should use it. It's directly coming from Atlassian, how it is intended to make use of. So thank you so much, Mahin. And
Mm-hmm.
now what we'll do is let me share my screen. In from
Okay.
there we would quickly so the regular participant knows that we try to do a fun, sometime a tech trivia, sometime a just GK trivia, just to wrap up the session. So we'll do that. um, you,
Before that, just a suggestion. So, do you want to do some quick Q&A also? I saw a lot of queries. Maybe if people want to
yeah,
ask, at least maybe we can take two or three. If you,
certainly,
Mhm.
I'm just sharing my screen for a little something, and meanwhile we will also do the Q&A. So this is my screen, and there you go. Okay, so if anybody wants to connect, give a feedback, ask a question, this is the URL that you just scan it and you'll find me. You can connect with me, connect with Mayur is out here, you can connect with Mahendra or anybody from community, and people would love to help you. So this is my QR code. I'll put this QR code for some time on the screen. And now we have some question. Let me take some questions one by one. Okay, if you have any new questions, use the Q&A tab to please put out your details, because I have so much ideas coming and I'm just trying hard to find out the one. We have one question that is unanswered. There are some questions that are already answered by Satish, who is a fellow champion from Hyderabad, Mayur, who is a fellow champion from Surat. Now, first, a broader, quick feedback on, can we do a technical discussion with Rovo and like a feedback on design or something?
Yeah, surely. It is definitely supported, and I personally also use it a lot of times. So it is again coming back to the same point that see, lot of tools are there. For example, you can use ChatGPT for doing the same thing, right? You can have a healthy discussion, but it will not have your company specific knowledge, for example, right? So when I am using Rovo, and maybe again, since this question is there, we will try to cover it in the next demo. You can also use Rovo. There is another Rovo CLI also available right now. It is also public GA. So you can use it to code also. So it can also suggest you design related aspect. You can also cover based on your company specific knowledge, right? Then what are the tools and tech stack your company is using? It will try to it will have that understanding and it will try to suggest based on that, as well as it can go one step further. It can look at your Jira ticket, Rovo CLI, and based on the context, it can actually start working on the task also. If you give it access to it, if it has access to Bitbucket, for example, to get access to the code, get access to the document through Confluence, then you can, and Jira obviously, then it can actually tie these three things together also. That it will look at the Jira ticket to understand the context. It can also look at the Confluence doc to undergain the document what exactly we're trying to do, and it can actually start doing the code changes on its own. So this is another, I would say, again, Atlassian wide, it has been a company wide push to use more and more AI tools like this, especially the Rovo CLI and Rovo AI for engineers specifically, to boost our again overall throughput. Yeah.
No, that's a very valid way to work these days. You cannot live without all of these, and the problem about ChatGPT is if it doesn't know the context behind it, it can
Yes.
just create more problems than helping you. So
Hmm.
another QR code is for the community. This is the LinkedIn community page. We post all our updates here. This is the WhatsApp channel. I'll be sharing these links later when we are doing the. Sorry, it's not thank you. My thank you slide just came up, but instead of that, it's not thank you. We are still connected here. I'm just trying hard to find it. Stop sharing. How do I do that? It's just like, okay. Now we are back. So another question that came was, are there any limitations per users? How many queries a person can do?
Okay, how many queries a person can do? Is it possible I can get back to with the correct answer? Actually, I don't know right now. There are definitely
That's fine.
limits. Rate limits are there. In fact, so see, even Atlassian, for example, use the all the latest and greatest model provided by let's say
Correct.
ChatGPT or OpenAI to this thing Gemini, for example, right? So we also do our own fine tuning, but we do use these base models and work on top of it. So since now you might have heard a lot of these big players are actually doing rate limitings because of a lot of different users. One primary reason is the compute, right? The number of the amount of compute that has been going into this because of those
Correct.
concerns. So yeah, similarly, there are rate limits on our side also. Right now, again, I haven't encountered any because maybe I am the internal, so
No, no,
we might have
you
a
will
free
get
hand.
a complete access. Let me interrupt you there. Probably you are getting a complete access, but uh,
Exactly, exactly.
so Satish already shared some link. People can go in the link and find out.
Okay,
But
okay,
it
okay.
actually also would depend. The knowledge that I have is obviously could be half cooked, but it is depending upon the type of licenses, whether you are standard, whether you are
Correct, correct, correct.
enterprise, and it could be 25 credits or 150 credits or 70 credits. It depends on products and it depends on the type of licenses that you have. So you can just
Exactly.
go out on Rovo docs, Rovo usage limits, and you'll find the exact way, how much credits that you are getting. So now uh, these are all pooled quota. So it's not, if I am not
Hmm.
using, what I understand is if I'm not using my 25, probably somebody else get it. So the complete quota comes together for an organization and it becomes.
Correct, correct, correct. So it is not at the agent layer. So in fact, so I work in the JSM side as I initially talked to you about, and I
Uh-huh.
work in the virtual service agent part. So there again, there is, I would say, these quotas are also right now in the process of getting fine tuned. What I mean by that is we have Atlassian Intelligence also, which has its own quota, for example. So when I was saying JSM virtual agent, it is also an AI offering for JSM. but it has on its own quota, which is different from Rovo, for example, right now. Eventually, maybe 1 year down the line, as the product becomes more mature, you hopefully will see a more defined quota limits. Right now, but yeah, thanks for sharing the doc. Vinay shared, right?
No,
So
it was Satish. Satish is an amazing.
Satish, yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's not just an Atlassian champion. Satish is a champion for a lot of things.
Nice, nice. So
One
even I did not
platform
know about
Satish
it, and
is,
thanks for sharing that. Yeah.
yeah, and one fun fact from for Satish is a good fact is that Satish is not just a regular guy. He was also on the screens of New York Times Square. So it's a good fact about Satish. Satish, I've just given you a moderator mode if you would like to speak anything. But thank you so much, Satish, for doing all this amazing help that you always do. We have a limited time before we wrap up. I would like to do a quick trivia. So please have your phones out. We will do a quick trivia. Mahendra, feel free to join. I don't know. I have not shared any
Sure,
answers
sure.
with you. So there Atlassian certification vouchers line. Obviously, you don't need any. You get as many as you would like. But there are gift cards on the line as well. So uh, people joining regularly in the community know that we try to do this fun trivia quiz every time. So I'll wait for 20 seconds. People are joining. We have 25, 26. So we have a lot of people who have already joined in. So let's see. We have 64 participants. It's a good number. At a particular given point of time, we had 80, and 64 are still throughout the session with us. So it's a good thing that Mahendra did a good job and nobody was sleeping. So thank you so much for being there for us.
Thank you.
Okay,
Uh,
guys, we have 39. I can still wait for 10 seconds if you are still joining. Okay, let me take the first one. This is more of a pin. What city would you? There is no right and wrong answer for this. Obviously, there are right and wrong answer for others, but for this, there is no right and wrong answer. Now, which city would you call your second home? So personally, I'm from Indore, but Mumbai is my second home. I would consider that as my second home. Try to put a map pin where where would you call your second home? So most of the people are calling India or cities in India as their second home, but we have some people in Africa. I understand, it could be a touch and it was already registered. So because Africa is in center of the screen, people are registering that. But we have second home. I understand it would be you, Mahendra, who is picking up Sydney. So it would be you.
Okay, that's not me actually. I'm still trying to
Okay.
figure out how to log into this trivia. But no worries,
Okay.
you go, you go
I
ahead.
can I can still give you the Mentimeter code. So if you just go to menti.com and type in 159289 9899, let me type the code here. Go to
Oh, I can one
menti.com.
five nine two 9899.
Yes, just use this. And we have responses coming in now. Let's get started. We have this is a quiz. We'll talk a little basic questions about AI or Rovo, and then it would be a GK quiz about sports, about geography. It could be anything. Let's get started. This is starting. There are 10 questions. We'll try to wrap up the 10 question as quick as we can. We have 45 members, 46. Question number one. So the question number one is, the faster you answer, the better you are. AI can generate text, images, and music. What would you call that as? It's predictive, it's generative, or it's narrow? What would you call AI that would help you create images, text, or music? The right answer would be generative, right? So generative AI is something that helps you generate. Next one, 51 people already playing with us. That's an amazing number. Okay, did I skip some question? Let me see. I believe I did skip. Okay, which country has the largest land area in world? If you talk about largest land area, would it be USA, China, Canada, Russia? Mind you, these all countries are largest, one of the largest that you would find, but one of these, the largest land area. And the right answer would be Russia. Looking at the size, there's nobody bigger than Russia in terms of landmass. Next, so all of these questions are jumbled just to screw attendees more. So you will find AI coming up right next. The next question is, Rovo helps users mainly by doing what? Increasing storage, finding information faster, replacing Jira, or creating new apps. So a lot of things are boundary line, but one of these are is a very right answer. The Rovo usually helps people mainly by finding information faster. So the right answer is yes, finding information faster. Moving on, question 4, 52 with us. Rovo is designed to work across which Atlassian tools or apps? Is it only for Jira? Is it only for Confluence, Bitbucket, or multiple Atlassian products? Obviously, this is a kind of a free hit that everybody is getting. It actually works on almost every Atlassian product that is out there. So the right answer is multiple Atlassian products. Next one, the fifth one. The fifth one. Now we are moving more towards general things. Capital of Australia. This is quite confusing for a lot of people because the obvious looking answer is not obvious. I'm already giving you hints. The obvious looking answer is not an obvious answer here. The answer will not be Sydney or Melbourne. The answer would be Canberra. So Canberra is the actual capital of Australia. This is a tricky one. People often think Sydney and Melbourne, which is fine. I mean, even I would do a confusion. But yes, the actual answer is Canberra. Canberra is the capital of Australia. Question 6, 50 people, 51 with us. Which country is home for ancient ruins of Petra? If I say Petra or ruins of Petra, which one would be the country? All of these countries are neighboring. The right answer is obviously one of these, but it's a little confusing because Petra would be associated with this a particular geography where all of these countries belong to. The right answer is Jordan. Jordan is a country where you would associate Petra with. Let's look at the leaderboard. We are not done yet, but this is a leaderboard that comes up where we have, okay, let it complete. We have Nicholas, we have Avni, Payal, Rishabh, Andy, Vishnu. These are the top contender as of now. Let's move on from here. Next slide. Question 7. Starting quiz now. Which Indian state has the longest coastline? We have got a very long coastline, but out of this, there's one particular state that has got the longest coastline. Is it Tamil Nadu? Is it Gujarat, Maharashtra, or Andhra Pradesh? It's not very obvious. You might think a straight line is the longest, but try to think if there are some curved lines. So Gujarat has the longest coastline just because of the geography and all the curves and all the bays that it has already created. So moving ahead to the next one, last three questions. You can still come up on the leaderboard anytime because you get more points for answering fast and right. Talking about Kerala, which would be the Indian classical dance from Kerala? Is it Bharatnatyam? Is it Odissi, Kathakali, or Kuchipudi? Obviously not Odissi. I'll give this to you. Obviously not Odissi, but all of the others are some amazing dance form, and we'll get confused. The right answer here would be Kathakali is the right answer, which you would associate with Kerala. Oh my God, 33 people already know it. It's an amazing and well-informed people that we are working with here on this particular session. Last two answers. Question 9. Which country would have won the most men's FIFA World Cup? Is it Germany, Argentina, or Brazil? इनमें से किसी एक कंट्री ने सबसे ज्यादा वर्ल्ड कप जीते हैं. Is it Germany, Argentina, or Brazil? Most of these countries has won many World Cups, but the right answer is Brazil. Brazil has won the most World Cups, men's World Cup till now. Probably, if I'm not wrong, the most women World Cups are won by USA. I could be wrong, but either they have won the most Olympic medals for FIFA or most World Cup, something on those side. The last question: Grand Slam would be associated with which sport? So when I say Grand Slam, किस sport के साथ इसे associate करेंगे? Is it golf? Is it badminton or is it tennis? There is one particular sport where you would associate the word Grand Slams with. The right answer is an individual sport that you play with some rackets, and the answer would be tennis. Tennis is the sport where you would associate Grand Slam with. Now look at the leaderboard. Who is winning? We those at the top, and your job would be to. Okay, we have Avni who had answers almost all the questions rightly and fast. So now your job would be to reach out to me. So Avni, Denny, Payal, Dev. I don't know who this Dev is. Drop your email in the chat right now, because that's how I'll be sending you either Atlassian vouchers for certifications or gift card worth of $10. So let me call out some name. We have Avni, Denny, Payal, Rishabh, and let's pick Andy as well. So up till Andy, please drop your emails in the chat window or reach out to me. I don't have your email, so you'll have to do this activity. Go in the chat. We have okay, Romy, were you Denny? I don't know who this Denny is. Okay, we have Denny's, we have Andy's, we have Dev. Okay, so I have Dev's, I have Rishabh, and I have Andy, I have Romil. I believe I have a lot of responses. Thank you so much, guys. It was an amazing hour. Thank you so much. We took a little extra time, but thank you so much for joining in numbers. It's a great audience, and thank you so much, Mahendra, for sharing all that knowledge that typical Atlassian people do it on the daily basis to increase productivity. We have another amazing quiz happening tonight, so if you have not registered, go ahead and register. I can really put the link for registration right now. Let me do that. So we are doing a give back quiz where anything that comes out of the quiz would go to Atlassian Foundation, and I'll give you a fun amazing part for today. There were 80 people that joined. Now, due to this, Atlassian would be donating $800 to a charity, and it would be planting 80 into 5 trees. So we are talking about 80 into 5, which is what, 400 trees? So 400 trees Atlassian Foundation is planting for today's session. And not just that, they would be doing a donation worth of $800. So it's a huge thing that we have collectively achieved. So thank you so much for joining. Mayur has already shared a link. Come join us back tonight, and we'll talk more on quizzes. Thank you so much. Have a good one ahead. Bye bye. Take care.